Have you ever found yourself saying something sharp, cutting, or completely out of character, all because you were consumed by anger in that fleeting moment? Have your emotions ever hijacked your decisions, pushing you into choices that later filled you with regret? If you're not in your head right now, you're not alone. We've all been there, caught in the storm of our own emotions, acting before thinking, and paying the price for it. But here's a powerful truth. Most people go through life never fully realizing the strongest person in any room is not the one with the loudest voice, not the one who fires back the fastest, and certainly not the one who wins every argument. True strength belongs to the one who remains calm, the one who chooses silence over chaos, the one who refuses to be provoked, who keeps their composure, and who makes decisions with clarity rather than impulse. That is real power. In the power of not reacting. Justice Malcolm unpacks a life-changing truth. When you learn to master your emotions instead of letting them master you, you reclaim the steering wheel of your life. You gain the ability to strengthen your relationships rather than damage them. You unlock new opportunities and growth in your career. You discover a deep, unshakable peace that no chaos around you can disturb. This is more than self-help. This is emotional mastery. This is about building resilience and clarity so powerful that no insult, no outburst, and no negativity can knock you off balance. This is about becoming unshakable. So stay with me for the next hour. Together, we'll explore how to regain control over your emotional world. How to create that crucial pause before anger takes over. And how to respond with wisdom, purpose, and calm strength instead of reacting with regret. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand the power of not reacting, you'll embody it. Asterisk every fight you've ever been in, every heated argument that spiraled out of control, every relationship you've ever damaged and wished you could repair. It all started with a single thing, a reaction. Reactions are fast. They're raw. They're primal. They erupt from fear, pride, anger, or insecurity emotions designed to protect us, but that often betray us. They feel powerful in the moment, yet they almost always lead to regret. Malcolm says it with striking clarity. When you react, you give your power away. Every time you snap back at an insult, every time you let anger spill out before reason has a chance to step in, you hand the keys to your emotions over to someone else. Think about it for a second. When someone mocks you and you explode in rage, you've let them dictate your emotions. When you panic, lash out, or argue without a second thought, you lose control of yourself, and in doing so, you lose your power. But here's the truth that will change everything. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to be a prisoner of your impulses. You don't have to let other people control your mood, your choices, or your peace of mind. Because power is never found in the reaction. Power is found in the pause. It's in that tiny, sacred space between what happens to you and how you choose to respond. That moment is where true strength lives. That's the moment when you take back control. Picture yourself as a mountain standing tall in the heart of a furious storm. The winds may howl. Lightning may crack the sky. Rain may beat against you with all its fury. But the mountain doesn't flinch. The mountain doesn't bend. The mountain does not move. That's your goal. To become still, calm, steady, and completely unshakable, no matter how loud the storm around you becomes. Asterisk. Why do we react so quickly? Why do words slip out of our mouths before we've even processed them? Why do emotions take the wheel before logic even wakes up? The answer is simpler than you think. Your brain is wired that way. For thousands of years, fast reactions were not just helpful, they were essential for survival. A sudden rustle in the bushes could mean a predator. A shadow moving too close could be danger? Our ancestors didn't have the luxury of pausing to analyze. Hesitation could cost them their lives. So their brains evolved to react first and think later. That wiring has been passed down to us. But here's the problem. In today's world, Those same lightning-fast instincts are being triggered by things that are not life or death. A harsh email from your boss. A rude comment from a stranger. A passive-aggressive social media post? Yet your body responds as if a tiger is standing in front of you. Your heart pounds. Your breath quickens. Your muscles tense. Your brain flips into survival mode, blurring reason and magnifying emotion. That's why awareness is always step one. Malcolm puts it beautifully. When you name your emotions, you take away their power. The moment you say, "This is anger. This is fear. This is pride," you create distance between yourself and the emotion. You're no longer inside the storm, you're the observer watching it. You become the calm eye in the hurricane. Next, breathe, deep, slow, intentional breaths. A calm breath sends a powerful signal to your nervous system. I am safe. And when your body relaxes, your mind follows. This simple act of breathing rewires your brain in real time, shifting you out of survival mode and into a state of clarity. Then ask yourself a grounding question. What are the facts here? Because most reactions are built on assumptions, not truth. We react to what we think is happening, not to what's really unfolding in front of us. Slowing down gives your brain the space to see clearly. And clarity is where wisdom begins. Remember, your emotions are signals, not instructions. Anger can show you where your boundaries are. Fear can remind you to be cautious. Sadness can tell you something matters deeply to you. But none of these emotions have to control your actions. You can feel them fully without letting them dictate your behavior. This is where mastery begins. Not by suppressing your emotions, but by seeing them for what they are. And choosing your response with strength and intention. Asterisk. Mindfulness isn't just some wellness buzzword or a fleeting trend. It's emotional armor. It's the art of staying deeply aware, fully present, and completely calm. No matter how chaotic the world around you becomes, mindfulness is how you train your mind to pause instead of explode, to observe instead of overreact, to respond with strength rather than impulse. Malcolm breaks it down into 3 powerful, simple techniques that anyone can master. 1. The breath. Pause when emotions surge and your mind starts to race. Stop and breathe with intention. Inhale deeply for a count of 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Repeat this cycle until your heart rate slows and your thoughts begin to clear. This is more than breathing. It's a neurological reset. With every deep breath, you're sending a message to your nervous system. I am safe. I am in control. Your body softens. Your mind sharpens. Your emotions quiet down. 2. The body scan. Your emotions live in your body. Stress tightens your jaw, stiffens your shoulders, and weighs down your chest. Take a moment to scan your body from head to toe. Where is the tension hiding? Find it. Name it. Release it consciously and deliberately. When you relax your body, you untangle the emotional knots tied up inside of you. This isn't just physical relief. It's emotional freedom. 3. The mental reset. Close your eyes. Block out the noise of the world for just 10 seconds. In your mind, picture a calm, safe place, a quiet beach, a peaceful forest, or a memory that brings comfort. Let yourself step into that place fully. Even for a moment, your heartbeat slows. Your breath deepens. Your nervous system finds peace. This is your reset button, a sanctuary you can carry with you anywhere. With consistent practice, mindfulness transforms you into a person who cannot be shaken. When chaos erupts, you stay grounded. When others panic, you remain composed. When people argue, you listen not to respond, but to understand. When emotions run high, you stay calm, collected, and deeply in control. This is not weakness. This is the purest form of strength. True power is not about domination or aggression. It's about mastering yourself. Mindfulness is the armor that makes you untouchable. In a world designed to provoke you, most people look at silence and see weakness. They think silence means surrender, passivity, or fear. But in reality, silence is power. Silence is control. Silence is the ultimate demonstration of strength. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every careless comment deserves your energy. Not every fight is worth sacrificing your inner peace. When you choose not to engage, you're not losing. You're winning a battle most people don't even realize exists, the battle for control over your own mind. Because here's the truth. When you remain calm and silent, nobody can control you. They expect anger. They expect shouting. They expect drama. They expect you to crack under pressure. But when you refuse to take the bait, when you stay composed and unmoved, you disarm them completely. Your calmness becomes your shield. Silence becomes your sword. Malcolm captures this perfectly. Silence is a strategy. It gives you space to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. Silence doesn't mean you allow disrespect. It doesn't mean you let people walk over you. What it means is that you choose your battles carefully. You protect your energy like it's gold. You refuse to be dragged down by negativity. You rise above it all. Don't think of the greatest leaders in history. Picture a commander in a moment of chaos. ACU in a boardroom crisis. A teacher facing a classroom full of panic. While everyone else is shouting, panicking, or scrambling, the leader stays calm, measured, and collected. That calmness inspires confidence. That calmness earns respect. That calmness changes outcomes. You can become that person. You can radiate strength without saying a word. You can be the one who brings stability into every storm. The one who doesn't just hold their power, but embodies it. That is the true strength of silence. It doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to prove itself. It simply is. Emotional. Control isn't something you magically wake up with one morning. It's not a gift you're born with or a trait reserved for a few lucky people. It's a skill one you train. Just like lifting weights strengthens your muscles, resisting the urge to react strengthens your emotional core. Every time you pause instead of exploding. Every time you respond with calm instead of chaos. You're building invisible emotion armor. Justice, Malcolm, offers for powerful daily habits that can rewire your mind and help you master your emotions. At the end of your day, pause for a moment of honesty with yourself. Ask, where did I overreact today? What could I do better next time? This isn't about Schmitz, about growth. By shining a light on your emotional triggers, you gain clarity over your patterns and begin to take control. Reflection is your daily emotional training ground. We all slip. We all stumble. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. When you overreact or let your emotions get the best of you, don't condemn yourself, forgive yourself. Every mistake is a lesson, not a life sentence. Self-compassion softens your inner critic and creates space for real transformation. Write down 3 things you're truly thankful for each day. Gratitude is more than a feel-good practice, it's a psychological reset button. When you focus on what's good, your brain shifts out of survival mode and into abundance. Gratitude rewires your mind to see possibilities instead of problems. The next time someone's anger or negativity comes your way, ask yourself, what else could this mean? Maybe their words aren't about you at all. Maybe they're carrying pain you can't see. Maybe they're projecting their struggles onto the nearest target. This simple mental shift breaks the cycle of reaction and replaces judgment with understanding. Over time, these 4 practices don't just calm your emotions, they transform you. They build a shield around your heart and mind, not a wall that shuts people out, but a shield that keeps negativity from piercing your peace. You become emotionally untouchable, not because you're cold or detached, but because you're deeply grounded and in control. Soon, chaos will swirl around you, and you won't flinch. People will try to provoke you, and you'll smile instead. You'll walk into every room, not as someone who gets pulled into drama, but as someone who radiates strength and stability. That is emotional mastery. Asterisk, let's be honest. Life will never hand you perfect circumstances. It will test you. People will push your buttons. Plans will fall apart. Unexpected challenges will strike. And your emotion sphere, anger, frustration will rise like storms. But imagine this. No one, not a single person, can control you. No insult can shake your peace. No drama can pull you in. No chaos can dictate your actions. That is the quiet, unstoppable strength. That comes from mastering the power of not reacting. This isn't about ignoring your emotions or pretending you don't feel pain. It's about owning your emotions instead of being owned by them. It's about choosing peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, and unshakable strength over weakness. Justice. Oh, Malcolm's message is crystal clear, yet profoundly like pause. Breathe. Respond, don't react. From this very moment, you hold a choice in your hands. When anger flares, choose the pause. When fear whispers lies into your mind, choose the pause. When life throws its hardest tests at you, choose the pause dot, because in that sacred pause is where your true power lives. It is where chaos loses its grip on you. It is where you rise above instead of being dragged down. And when you master that pause, when you make it a part of who you are, you don't just survive life's storms. You become the calm within them. You become steady. You become untouchable. You become unstoppable.